So 10 Cloverfield Lane is directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who hasn't done anything else besides a short film called Portal No Escape, which I haven't checked out. The film stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, John Goodman, John Gallagher Jr. Now, 10 Cloverfield Lane tells the story of Michelle, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She goes through a rough kind of patch with her boyfriend. She decides to leave him, and on the way to wherever she's trying to go, she gets run off the road by a truck. She wakes up in a bunker. There's John Goodman, there's John Gallagher Jr. All three of them are trapped there, and John Goodman informs her the air is contaminated and they can't leave for about a year or two. She obviously is a little reluctant at first. She doesn't really believe him, but as thing goes on, you find out the truth, and you find out if John Goodman is actually telling the truth, or they're just a creepy old guy trying to keep a little girl locked up in his basement. So 10 Cloverfield Lane is a movie I was actually, like I said, really looking forward to from the trailer. So from the trailer, you get the idea that, okay, 10 Cloverfield Lane, it looks like it's going to be in a bunker for most of the movie. So there's a problem here, is that with some of these movies, they can get boring pretty quickly if you don't have good characters, a good script. But 10 Cloverfield Lane, from the moment it opens to the moment it ends, or near the moment it ends, it manages to grip you intensely with awesome characters, a great script, and the great visual style by Dan Trachtenberg, which I want to talk about first. I have to commend Dan Trachtenberg for this film. Just the way he shot this movie, it's felt so meticulously planned out from the get-go. Just he was planning on how to make these scenes more effective, where he should put the camera, how to make it really work to the full extent, and he really pulled that off here. I mean, there's so many moments in this movie, so many shots would just play out over and over in my head, and I just think, oh, that's such a cool shot, this is a badass shot. One scene in particular, which is so effective because of where the camera is positioned, and now he's become one of those directors I'm going to follow, and I'm going to want to see what he does next. I'm really intrigued to see what Dan Trachtenberg does next. And the performances here are fantastic all around. John Goodman is amazing. It's the best I've ever seen him. I liked the dynamic in his character where he can switch at the flip of a coin from this likable, sympathetic guy to this hated monster, in a sense. And I really, really enjoyed that. He played the character perfectly. Then we have Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who is a complete badass in this movie. But yeah, this is the best I've also seen her. I mean, she's just a kick-ass character in this movie, and I would like to see her play more roles like this in the future. Then we have John Gallagher Jr.'s character, who is admittedly really good in the movie. He's more of the sounded like the goofy kind of guy in the film. Then we have the screenplay, which I think is fantastic. It always finds a way to keep you interested and keep things moving along, never even dulling down once at all. The dialogue is consistently entertaining. There's stuff you pick up on. It's kind of comedic. Another thing I really loved about the movie was the use of classic music. We have I Think We're Alone Now to Tell Him by the Exciters, but specifically Tell Him by the Exciters. There was something about the way that they made the music echo, and eventually at the end where the music stopped playing, it would zone out into a piece from the score. It sounded so awesome. It's a weird way to describe what I really mean here, but I think it's just something you have to hear for yourself. But yeah, also about that is the way that they used the music and decided to put it where they put it, because it comes after such a pivotal moment where you realize something about John Goodman's character, and then you're just watching Mary Elizabeth Winstead and John Gallagher Jr. just sit there in devastation and shock and realization as John Goodman just dances around the house like a goddamn fool. But it's a very entertaining sequence, and specifically like that part, it just really was just a cool use of sound mixing, I guess. Like I said, the movie does a great job at building the tension. You're consistently on the edge of your seat throughout the whole thing, especially the last 25 minutes spent in the bunker. The climax in the bunker is absolutely insane. I was going from shocked to just looking at my friend in awe at what was going on the screen. So yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane, that's all my positives. I have a lot of them. Obviously, I really love this movie up until a certain point, which I'm going to get into my cons now. The last 15 minutes of this movie completely was a disappointment and underwhelmed the shit out of me. The actual effect, the big reveal of the movie, which is something you're looking forward to, that the whole thing, they're building it up. What's outside? It's John Goodman telling you the truth. You get outside, and what they give you, I think, could have worked in a different manner or a different design. I don't really want to get into spoilers, but I'll just say that the movie isn't related to Cloverfield, so don't expect when they get outside to see Clover or the parasites. Expect something different. And for this movie, it could have worked, but it didn't work with what we got. Also underwhelming is the way that the resolution to what is outside is super just random and weird and makes really no sense. But yeah, that's that. But yeah, like I said, for the most part, though, I absolutely loved watching this movie. I had such a great time with it. I would highly recommend 10 Cloverfield Lane. I'm very excited to see where they go with the Cloverfield franchise from here, because J.J. Abrams has said that this is leading up to something really good. This is going to be really awesome and fun. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please comment down below. Let me know if you saw Cloverfield. Did you like it? Please subscribe. Stay tuned because I'm planning on doing a review of The Witch, stuff like Deadpool. Just catching up on what I didn't get to review that I saw while I was gone. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please let me know and give this video a like. So yeah, thanks for watching.